Okay everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. We're back with the Actrollvision weekly time trial event. This week is week 20, driving at Loheac, I think it's pronounced, sorry, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. It's driving the Rally X Polo, and this is a really enjoyable time trial. I didn't spend too much time doing it, I've been doing a lot of other videos and stuff, so we spent half an hour just trying to get a reasonably okay lap in, just to give you some reference in terms of how to drive this car. We just took the top person setup. Obviously with it being a rally event, I'm not 100% sure on the setups and how to do them, but I think the guy's setup was really nice anyway. I found it nice, and we'll talk about that setup when we get through to it. Anyway guys, I'm going to let you watch the lap at full speed and then we'll come back and commentate over it. Okay, so let's go through the lap and some key points that you need to try and do on this lap. It can be a tricky one to get the car going exactly where you want it to, but once you've got used to this car, you're going to have a lot of fun driving this car in this week's weekly time trial. So going into the first corner to start your lap, last count corner, sorry, to start your lap, try and get out to the full width of the track. I like to put it in fourth gear early at this point just to get a bit more traction, as there is a lot of power still in fourth gear. As you can see, flat down now on the accelerator and try and get a drift going into this first corner already. You can see I'm slightly drifting already into this first corner, and then I lift off the accelerator because I don't want to run out to the too far to the wide to the left, because the next corner is a left-hander. So we get the car over to that right-hand side to start drifting into this left-hand corner, and then we're going to upshift into fifth gear very early there to bite into the gravel. It just gives you a lot more traction, and then we're going to flick it over to the left-hand side, you see, to then bite it into this right-hand side and get a full-on rally drift into this corner. You can see there, drifting all the way through the corner, and then really flat down on that power all the way through the corner, just so you get maximum grip coming out the corner. Early upshift into fourth and then fifth gear, you can see, fourth gear, sorry, and then working our way into this next corner. We're going into fifth gear now, and then back down to fourth gear and then third gear very early. I like to downshift early for this corner, and we're sliding and drifting very early. You can see I'm drifting as if I'm going into that barrier, but we're not going to. We're going to do an early upshift into fourth gear and then get the car flicking back into this left-hand corner. Very tricky corner, that one there. And then try and stay as close to that curb as you can. Early upshift into third gear. You can see there we put the windscreen wipers on, God knows why, and then back into third gear, and then try and get on the power. Really, we attacked that curb far too much and lost a bit of time, but we managed to get on the power and then over the line, and we go into fifth place in the leaderboard. I think we would have been able to get close to the top person's time, but I didn't really push it for very long. As you can see, that last corner was a bit messy, but overall I was really happy with the lap. To be fair, you can see they're in fifth place on the time trial leaderboard, but rally is not really my thing. I'm sure we could push it if we spent a bit longer into that top spot. Going into setup, we just took that top person setup. The changes that he made were pretty simple. Basically, the looks of things, he left all the vents open because on this track you're not really going to be worrying about getting top speed, so leave them vents open to keep them brakes cool, because you're going to be on the brakes a lot of the time, and that's why I think he's kept them brake vents open 100%. You can see the brake bias, he's done something very similar to what we did last time we did one of these videos, where we put the brake bias to the back. That enables us to flick the car in on the brakes rather than the handbrake. We don't have a handbrake, so that's why it's like that. With regards, you can see the towing angle on the rear, minus 0.5. That is really going to help out in terms of getting the car drifting through them corners. You don't want the car biting and gripping in too much on the rear. You want it to be able to slide through the corners and carry speed while drifting, and that's why he's done that. I'm not going to go into too much depth on that because I'm not too sure about rally, what he's actually done in terms of rally setup for that. And then obviously with regards to, he's probably gone for a very short ratio, because you're not going to go for a very long ratio on this track. You want a short gear ratio, engine braking all the way down to 1, because you want the car to be braking hard into them corners when you lift off the throttle. That'll enable the rear end to kick out and get the car sliding, so that's why it's got that on 1 also. You can see the power ramp fairly low, and also the coast ramp fairly low. I'm not sure if they could be adjusted, but I think overall this setup felt really nice to drive, and I enjoyed driving it, and I think you guys are going to enjoy driving it. Anyway guys, I hope this setup will help you out, and I hope you enjoy this week's time trial. It's a lot of fun, and we're going to be back with more videos very soon on GT Sport, Assetto Corsa and Project Cars 2. Thanks again for watching, everyone.